All right, today we're going to talk about commission. We're going to talk about commission and what commission is. Right? Let's write this down. What commission? Commission. What is commission? What is commission and how do we calculate commission? In a nutshell, commission is a type of payment. Commission is a type of payment, but it's a type of payment that is usually used in the context of sales. Okay, it's usually a form of payment that you use when you work a sales job or you do something related to sales, right? Usually, so let's write this down. Usually, in the context of sales, right? Okay, so commission is a type of payment, but it's a type of payment usually in the context of sales. Usually, people who work sales jobs usually get some form of commission. Either the job would say something like it's a 100% commission, or it's a commission with a base salary. So we have to write both definitions down because a base salary is different from a commission. A base salary is a salary that you receive when you do a job. You do a job, right? When you do a specific job, when you do a job. For example, let's say you work at a job, right? And let's say the job says, okay, we're going to give you interview at a job, and the job says, okay, we will start you out with a job with an offer of $40,000 a year, right? The $40,000 a year is called the base salary because you're receiving this salary every week, every 2 weeks, every month, depending on what is the agreed upon thing in your contract, right? So, for example, some places you get paid every 2 weeks. Some places you get paid every week. Some places you get paid every month. It depends on like where you work, right? Right. So let's say you work at a job. The job tells you and says, okay, we will give you a starting pay of $40,000 a year, and this would be a base salary, right? So if we were to calculate this, right? If we were to calculate this, and we were to say, well, if we calculated this and we said, okay, we know that 1 year is 12 months, right? Then all we have to do is just divide $40,000 US dollar. We just gotta, divided by 12 to see, how much approximately, how much we would get every month. So we would say, okay, well, 12,000, 40,000, we calculate it. We say, okay, well, 12,043 times 40. This comes, what, 3? 3 times 3 is 36. 4, 0. This becomes 3. 36. 4, 0. This is about roughly, more or less, about $3,330 USD a month, roughly, right? Right? A month, right? This is base salary. This is different from commission. This is different from commission. It's different from commission. Because a base salary, you get that depending on what the agreed upon thing is in your contract, you would usually get it every week, every 2 weeks, every month. It depends on what is stated. It depends on what is stated on your contract. It depends on what are the terms and conditions of your contract, right? Commission is a little bit different. What commission is, let's write this down. What commission is, this is base salary. This is commission. What commission is when you're talking about, you're usually doing something in sales and you get a percentage of whatever it is that you receive, a percentage of the total sales, right? So commission is calculated by getting the commission rate. It's the commission rate times the number of sales, right? So, for example, let's say you have like some type of sales business, and you said something like like you have a TikTok shop or something like that, and you know the agreement in the contract says that, you know, every time you meet these amount of sales, like say for example, like you meet like $1,000 in sales. So let's say we have $1,000 in sales, and you have commission rate, and the commission rate and the agreement between you and whoever it is that you're conducting the business with says that if you have 5% of that every time that you generate 5%, every time that you generate $1,000, we will give you 5% of that, of what you produced in sales, right? In commission. So you said, okay, right? So if the agreement is that every time that you generate $1,000 in sales, you get 5% in commission, right? Then that means that that the amount you will receive, right, would be 5% of 1,000, right, which is 0.05 times 1,000, which is what, 5 over 1,000 times 5,000, which is $50, right? So every time that you generate $1,000 in sales, right, you would get $50. Now, obviously, it's up for debate whether or not that's a good agreement or not, because, you know, $50 for generating $1,000 in sales is not a lot, but let's just say that was the agreement, right? This would be, the $50 would be called the commission. It's the commission rate is 5%, and the number of sales is 1,000 in this case, in this context, right? So how much you generate, the commission is $50 for every $1,000 you generated, right? Now, you have some jobs, right? Depending on the job, you have some jobs where they will give you a base salary plus a commission, right? Usually, for example, like if you do something, like say you work at a bank, for example, where the agreement is that you would get a base salary plus commission depending on what your job is, right? So, for example, if you work, let's say you work at a bank, you know, you work as a like a banker or something like that, and they tell you and they say, okay, you know, we will give you $40,000 a year, but every time that you do some type of sales, like say like you're selling like checking account or something like that, like they will give you like 10% commission depending on the number of sales. Then $40,000 USD a year plus 10% of your base salary. Let's just say hypothetically. There are some jobs that do this. There are some jobs where they do give you I think like this. Like some jobs like this would be like working as a banker, working as a teller, you know, working in like real estate, you know, working these are the ones that come to mind immediately, like something like this, right? The type of jobs that actually give you something like this, right? And then you have some jobs that are like a pure commission. This is something called pure commission. So a pure commission job, would be something like if you work as a salesperson. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you only get paid in commission. You only get paid in commission. So like jobs that are like this would be something like if you work as like a if you work as a salesperson, or you work as a salesperson, or you work as a, you know, say like a realtor, like that's the ones that come to mind immediately. A realtor or something like that. There are some jobs where you only get paid in commission. Right? There are some jobs where you only get paid in commission. So this is called a 100% commission job. So basically, commission. So basically, with those type of jobs, your entire salary is based on how many items you sell. So, right? But see, if you're a good salesperson, you could actually make good money working commission. That just depends on how good of a salesperson you are. Because let's say, for example, you work in real estate. For example, right? Let's say you work in real estate, and let's say they said something like, "We will give you 10% commission, right, for every house that you sell." Let's just say hypothetically, we're giving a hypothetical example, right? And we said something like, "They will give you 10% for every. We will give you 10% for every house you sell. We're going to give you 10% for every house you sell." And let's say you sold the value. Let's say the house that you sold. Let's just say hypothetically, the house that you sold was like 50,000. Let's just say it was a $50,000 house. We're just giving like a general like thing, right? Or like a $50,000 car or something like that. And the real estate person says, okay, we'll give you 10%. So if you sold the car or you sold the house or whatever for $50,000, then you would get $5,000 as your pay, which is good. See what I'm saying? But it just depends on how many houses can you sell. So your commission is 5,000, but it would depend on how much you can sell. For this reason, some people are more suited for commission jobs because commission jobs, you can it depending on what the thing being sold is, you can actually generate a lot of money very quickly. But then most people from what I would gather is that most people prefer to have a base salary plus base salary or base salary plus commission job because a base salary plus commission is more stable. The problem with a commission job is that when you have a pure commission job, your salary can go up and down. It fluctuates too much. You have to keep constantly generating like the same amount of sales. When you have a base salary plus a commission job, or you have a base salary job, you know that your job is stable because you know that you're getting the same like pay every month or every 2 weeks or whatever. So having a base salary is more stable, right? It's a more type of stable job, and I would gather that most people would prefer a more like a job that has a base salary plus commission, right? So basically, the general idea, as I already said, of commission is that commission again is a type of payment that's usually in sales, and that basically the commission is basically when you commission is calculated by taking the commission rate, which is a percentage, and you multiply it by the number of sales, right? And as we said, we gave 2 examples of what it is. The first, we used the example of real estate, and we used the example of we used the example of like if you're working at a regular job, like you're working as a teller or a banker or something like that, and you get a base salary. You know what I'm saying? So these are important financial concepts to understand, right? Base salary and commission. Okay, the base salary is a salary that you receive every time that you do a specific job, and commission means that it's a job that you get paid, but it's based on the number of sales. Okay, so those are important things. So let's try using more examples. Let's use 2 more examples. If we said that let's say we're doing a pure commission job, and we said, okay, the commission rate, the commission, we don't know what the commission is, right? But we know what the commission rate is. And we know that the commission rate, let's just say it's 20%, right? And let's say the number of sales generated, let's say it's $10,000, and we want to know how much we get back in commission if we generate $10,000 in sales, right? So then we say, okay, well, the commission is equal to the commission rate times the number of sales. So we know that the commission is equal to 20% times 10,000. So this becomes 0.2 times 10,000, right? Which then becomes 10,000 times 2, which is 20,000. And then we move it forward, and then the commission is 2,000. US dollar, which means that every time that we generate 10,000, we get a commission of $2,000, right? So this, in this example, this would be $2,000. Let's use our last example. Let's say, for example, we have, let's say we have commission, and let's say that we have the commission rate, and let's say that the commission rate is 15%, right? And let's say that the number of sales generated, let's say it's 5,000. Let's say it's 5,000. So we have 5,000 US dollars. So if we have 5,000 US dollars and the commission rate is 15%, then how much did we generate in commission? Okay, we do commission equals the commission rate times the number of sales. So the commission would be, the commission rate is 15% times 5,000. So we do commission is equal to 0.15 times 5,000. Okay, this becomes 5,000 times 15, which becomes, what's 15 times 5? 75,000. But we have to move it back 2 units, so this becomes, yeah, so this becomes 750. So your commission would be $750, or 750 US dollars, depending on what the currency is, right? So your commission in this case would be $750. Your commission rate is 15%, and your number of sales is 5,000. In this example, if we had a commission rate of 20% and the number of sales is 10,000, then the commission would be $2,000. Understand? So that's how we calculate commission. Commission is the commission rate times the number of sales. Okay? And we just did 3 examples. The first example is here. Example is real estate. Second example is here, base salary plus commission. And the third example would be in these 2 contexts. Okay? That's it. Thank you, and have a good day.